Welcome to the Floating Reviews and Testimonials plugin walkthrough video. This will just explain to you how the plugin works, how it can look, and how you can style it and change its content so that it does the job that you want it to do. So obviously the purpose of this plugin is to display your reviews and your testimonials behind a fixed button. So when I scroll up and down, the button is fixed in place. You'll be able to choose whether the button appears middle left or right, or lower left or right, and I'll show you how that's done. And then your visitors will be able to hover over the button, or on mobile be able to tap the button, and your reviews and or your testimonials will be displayed for them to see. And as you'll see in some of these examples that I've included, there are a mixture. So this first one here is a testimonial from or a business testimonial, whereas the next one below is a star rated review. And you can have a mix of reviews and testimonials, or you can have just reviews or just testimonials. The average score of your reviews is then displayed at the bottom of the pop-up, and all text and information that's in the pop-up and the button is editable by you within the options view, which I'll show you as well. So you're in complete control. And finally, your visitors, when they're on your site, they can hide the button if they want to. There is a button to slide the button out of shot almost, and then they can tap on it or click on it to reinstate it. Okay, so if I show you how some of these options work in WordPress. So to save a bit of time, I've installed the plugin already. So when the plugin's installed, you'll get this reviews option that will appear, and some various options within it that you can then add reviews, view your reviews, change some of the styling, and also a blacklist option, which will allow you to hide the button and your reviews on particular pages on your site if you want to. So first thing you would do is, when you install the plugin, is to add some reviews or testimonials. So if we go to that page first, and you've got two options here. You can either add a review, which will be star rated, or you can add a testimonial, which wouldn't have any star rating for it. So for speed reasons, I've got some pre-written text which I'll drop in. So we'll do a review and then a testimonial just to show you how they work, but I'll just drop some information in for the moment. So the name is David Smith. The date that they left their review, in this case I want to type a number format, but you can type in any text here you like, whether it be text or numbers. The review source, the review rating. So let's say in this case they gave 4.5 out of 5. And the review source then in this case it was from Google, could have been from Facebook or Trustpilot or anyone, and then just some review text that I've pre-written. So, and that's essentially how to insert your review information, and then publish it, which is now published. So we'll do a second one, a testimonial, and then we can see how that works. So in this case, let's do a testimonial. We've got to put some different details in. So in this case, we'll put in Sarah Moore. There isn't a star rating in this case, but we'll put in the, let's put in this case, April to 2019. The testimonial, so you can give either just the company name or their job title if they have one, or nothing at all if it's a testimonial but it's not from a company. You can leave that blank if that's the case. And then finally we'll just paste in their actual review testimonial text, and then we can publish that. So if I just quickly show you, if I refresh, if I just quickly show you now, so the testimonial and the review are now being displayed. The information you can see what information I typed in or I inserted and where that is displayed. So that's fairly straightforward. So if we go back to WordPress, now what we can do is go to the options page, and there are various options we can change. So just to show you some different examples, I'll change some of these options so you can see what else you can do. So I'll change the color of the plugin or of the pop-up, just so something a bit different. We'll move the button so it's bottom left rather than just a side left, and we'll go with perhaps a square button. Perhaps we'll change the button text as well, so it just says reviews. And we'll change the font. So let's go with a serif font. So let's go with Laura in this case. So let's save those changes. So if I refresh the page, now you'll see that the button has moved. Obviously the color has changed, and everything else has stayed consistent. So the bottom of the pop-up has remained consistent with the button color choice. It's now a squared off button, but everything else is consistent. And obviously if you've got more than 10 reviews, then you can scroll, you can click on read more to see more. That's fairly straightforward, I think. So there's so then the last thing just to show you is the blacklist. So if you want, you can add in any URIs, so not the full URL. So if, for example, you might type in about us, don't forget the preceding slash. So let's about us, and maybe you might want your terms page, for example, and whatever pages you want, one per line. And when you save those, then those pages on your site will not display the button, so they won't be displayed. So I think that's a fairly quick run through, and I hope that makes sense, and I hope you enjoy using the plugin. Thanks very much.